guys, so as you can see, rattling off a few as usual. This video is a tag video. I was just tagged by the adorable and very, very sweet LeAnn. She was in one of my Sharing the Love videos, but since then she's actually had to take that channel down, but has reopened a new one. So I will put her link in the below bar. And so this is a tag, and it's a 46 question tag. Lord, wow. So there's a lot of questions to get through, and so I'll just start right away. Oh, I will preface it with anything that asks for, you know, kind of personal information, I'm just going to be very, very vague about. If you've known anyone who suffered from identity theft, I mean, it is a nightmare that just keeps on giving. So, honestly, ladies, all it takes is your name and your birth date, and they can just go off to the races with you. So really, really, really be careful, especially when you do this tag. So, question number 1. What is your name? I've been called Coco as a nickname for years and years and years and years. So, I'm just going to stick with that. And when is your birthday? I'm a fall baby. How tall are you? 5'6". Do you have any siblings? I had an older brother who passed away from cancer, and Lord knows we've all been touched by that horrible, horrible disease. Do you have any pets? I have 3 furry babies, and honestly, if I could have given birth to them, I would have. Gosh. I mean, what a wonderful thing to give birth to kittens. I would just be giving birth like every month. Oh, okay. What is your favorite color? Green. What is your favorite song? You know what? That's really, really, really too hard. There's just too many phases I've gone through. I can't, I mean, trying to pick that is just like an impossible thing. You know, back in the days, there was tons of the whole Echo and Susie and Sex Pistols, and then it went into sort of Killers and Kings of Leon and dance, electro, I mean the whole thing, right? So tons of different ones, can't pick a favorite. What is your favorite restaurant? I'm just going to say Italian. Really, really good Italian is a favorite of mine. So what is your favorite drink? I guzzle Tropicana freshly squeezed orange juice by the gallon. Honestly, it's so... I actually guzzle it right from the carton. That's how bad I am, because I can finish one in like about a day and a half or so. That's how much orange juice I drink. The sugar content isn't so good, but I just, it's like crack. What is your favorite gum? Stride. What is your favorite snack? You know what, because I'm such a foodie, I just eat so many things all the time. I'm just snacking all the time. So I actually had to ask and go, hon, what's my favorite snack? And pistachios. Pistachios/apricots. I like them in conjunction together. A little bit of nut, a little dried fruit. Yum, yum, yummy. What is your favorite dessert? My homemade apple pie. My God, I literally have eaten an entire pie in a sitting. Well, over, like as soon as it's baked, I'll have like a huge piece, and then throughout the evening, I'm like, oh, you know what? I just have to get that thing in the kitchen. Oh yeah, you know what? I have to do the dishes. You know, it's just crazy. So. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream? Anything with nuts. Coffee, I'll add nuts to it. Chocolate, I'll add nuts to it. Any flavor ice cream, I'll just add nuts, so I might as well say anything with nuts. What is your favorite movie? Godfather. Hands down, Godfather. I mean, there's so many brilliant ones, and honestly, this is a question that I could literally spend days on, but I've seen that movie I don't know how many gazillion times, and even if I just seen it last week, if it's on telly, and I just watched 2 seconds of it, I'm right back in. I will watch the entire thing over and over. I know every scene. I almost know the entire movie dialogue off by heart. I mean, that's how many times I've seen it. So, what is your favorite TV show? Gosh, you know what? I would have to say, okay, that's a little bit... I'm going to do 3 in 1. Law & Order, the first season with Michael Moriarty as Ben Stone, as that character in particular, that whole ensemble cast of that season, or I think they did 2 seasons. So Law & Order, early years, Sex and the City, and Seinfeld. I mean, those just are all favorite shows. When did you get into makeup? Really, really young. Really, well, you know, I mean, gosh, punk days, all that stuff. It wasn't necessarily to beautify myself, but it was just using makeup as an expression. And then I would like rub it off and stuff and try and sneak home because I wasn't really allowed to wear it. And I kept getting trouble. And then I finally got one of those. Fine, if you want to wear it, you need to know how to wear it properly. We're going to take you to Merle Norman and... Merle Norman. Mind you, I was just like a little kidlet. But yeah, I don't even know how many Merle Normans there are left. So there's that. How did you get into doing YouTube videos? LeAnn and Lisa. I've always said that right from the get-go. I saw LeAnn and Lisa, and they just inspired me. Makeup, it's just a no-brainer. And then they were just such fantastic gals, and I talked to them a little bit, and they said, yeah, why don't you do it? And honestly, it's because I knew I could take it down, and there wouldn't be any sort of remnants of it. So I thought if I didn't like it, I would just take it down, and none the wiser. Next question. If you won $1 million, what would you buy first? We actually talk about that a lot. Not talking about $1 million a lot, but just, ooh, if you won this or if you won that and all this sort of stuff. And the answers always start exactly the same way. We would help our families first. So that's the way I would spend it. First, just help your loved ones, and then the rest is for you to just play around with. And so after that's done, I would just travel. Travel. What side of the bed do you sleep on? Okay, well, if you're facing the bed, I would sleep on the right side. What is your dream car? 67 E-Type Jag in racing green. If you could take a spontaneous trip somewhere, where would it be? Tuscany, hello, food, and Italy, and if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? You know what? I'm really lucky. The city that I live in is always like in the top 3, definitely the top 5 best places to live in the entire world. So I'm very lucky in that regard. But if it wasn't here, I would say somewhere in Europe, just somewhere over there. So phenomenal. I've actually been to quite a few places, but not Europe yet. It's kind of brilliant that I waited until I was older to fully appreciate that. What is your favorite day of the week and why? Yeah, you know what? I don't really have one, so I'm not going to make it up. What is your favorite holiday and why? Probably Christmas. You know, I really kind of boycotted Christmas for many years. And not because, I was a Scrooge, but something just sort of transpired and I was like, Christmas. And then all of a sudden it became a really special time of year because somebody made it really special for me to kind of erase those memories. And so now it's my fave. Name 3 sites online that you would that you love or visit frequently. Well, obviously YouTube. And I would say Makeup Alley. I go to quite a bit, and Lisa Eldridge's website. Phenomenal website. So I tend to check that out quite a bit. If you have one famous person as a sibling, who would you choose? Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't. So much for that one. Do you have any piercings or tattoos? No tattoos. I did have a piercing in my belly, I don't know, going on 25 years ago, I think. Pre the whole craze of belly piercings. And then as soon as it kind of got into fashion, I took it out. I don't know. I guess I could have left it, but it was like, oh God, it's just all over the place. It's too much. So, yeah, I still do have a little scar thingy-majing-janger on that. Because back then I used to sleep on my belly and squash that ring. Anyways, Lord. Oh, by the way, don't ever do that. Don't sleep on your face like that. Yikes. Money or love? Hello, love. My gosh. Would anyone even pick money over love? Yeah, I guess there would be. I guess there are. I don't know. Things you can't leave the house without. Keys, my iPhone, wallet, and one gloss. Gotta have gloss in there somewhere or I look totally dead. What are your turn-offs in a guy? Oh, so you can pick more than one. Okay. Well, stupidity in anybody, but especially in men. Yeah, you know what? Just intelligence is a really big turn-on. So that's something. Stupidity is a turn-off. Arrogance is totally a turn-off. Cruelty to any kind of animals. Wow. well, I would have to just knock them out. I would literally, if I saw them be mean to an animal, I would just like knock their blocks off. So, okay, anyways, I could go on and on and on, but what superhero power would you want to have? Fly. But you know what? I think I'm really, really lucky because I actually have quite a few flying dreams, and they are freaking amazing. And you know what the weird thing is when I wake up, it actually takes me a few minutes to realize that we can't fly as human beings because it's so real when I'm doing it in my dreams. And I'm not like Superman. I'm not like out like this, like woo. You literally just raise off the ground. You see something up there and you literally just raise off the ground and you just travel like that. It's so bizarre. It feels so real. You know, scientists know already, what is it now, 10? Or is it now 13 dimensions that they know of, they can quantify through. Well, I mean, obviously we live in a 3-dimensional world. Well, 4 time being the 4th dimension. You know what, I'm not even going to get into it. But you know what I'm saying. You know, perhaps maybe we can fly. I don't know. All right. What is your favorite book? Wow. Okay, there's so many. But I would have to say in the last, like, 5, 6, 7 years, Perfume by Patrick Suskind is an amazing, amazing book. Now, they did make a movie and it stunk because really, you can't use a visual medium in order to tell a story that has to do with the sense of smell. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But the book is really phenomenal. Do you sing randomly? Yes. Yes, I do. In fact, a lot of the times I'm like, woo, in my videos. Oh, that's actually not singing. That's more annoying than anything. Left or right-handed? I'm right-handed. Anything particular you wear every day? Yeah, no, not really. Where were you born and raised? I was actually born in Korea, in Seoul. And then came over to Canada when I was, you know, a little wee kidlet. What did you look like as a baby? Little. I look little. I don't know what you're supposed to say about that. Okay, what countries do you want to visit? Again, Italy, France, Europe, all that sort of stuff. In fact, actually one of the places, it's not a country, city, Prague, I've always heard is one of these places in Europe that literally has not been touched by time. So when you go there, it is like stepping into a time machine and seeing Europe in the ways that you picture Europe, you know, in the different ages and medieval times and all that sort of stuff. So, so yeah, Europe. Excuse me. What does your purse bag look like? Nice. I don't know. It looks, I think you saw it in one of my, well, I have a vid on a collection of them, and then I just got my latest one, the Treasure bag, which you can see that if you want to, and I'm sure you don't. But what is the color of your iPod? White. What is the last song that you played on your iPod? I actually had to look, and it was Black and Gold, Sam Sparrow. What kind of phone do you have? I have an iPhone. Do you have any bad habits? Yes, I have tons of bad habits. First thing that comes to mind is I actually crack my knuckle. This one, all the time. This one finger. I can crack them all for you. I mean, I don't think you want to hear it, but but this one in particular, I swear to God, when I'm older, I'm going to have like one huge like claw finger, and then the rest will be normal, because if what they say is true and your knuckles get all like whacked, it's definitely going to be that one, because I just find myself cracking that. Yeah. Do you have a Twitter? Hell no. I mean, gosh, I'm really not that interesting that people want to know, hey, I just bought a donut. Hey, I just went pee. I mean, whatever. Not saying anything about people who actually have Twitter accounts, and that's all well and good and fine, and all the power to you. I'm just saying, for me, there's just no way that I would want anyone to know what I'm doing. And 46, a random fact about you. Okay, well, I curse like a mofo. Like, you would just not believe it. That's why I find it really funny when I get all of these things like, oh, you're so sophisticated, no, you're very chic and stuff, and believe me, I take that compliment with just, you know, I mean, as it really does mean a lot. Anytime you get a compliment, I mean, can you ever tire of getting compliments? So gracious that people want to say nice things to you. But I do find it really kind of uncanny, because, I mean, honestly, I curse like a trucker. In fact, I've had men blush. There are many times where it's just like, you know, they kind of do one of these and they go completely red because I just use it all the time in everyday vernacular, whether I'm happy, whether I'm sad. But I'll tell you something, if I am pissed off, if I am mad, wow, you better just, because it will just, I mean, it'll just spew, and it'll be very, very intense, and I will say it with much conviction and passion. So, yeah. Woo, 15 minutes. Okay, so I tag, Lord, well, I tag Blushing Pixie, I tag LeAnn, I tag Lisa, I tag the two Ginas, I tag Chef Caffey, I tag Gail from Oogle Makeup, Polly, I tag you all. So anyone who wants to do that, feel free. And yeah, this one's a little bit of a long-winded one. For those of you who have under 10 minutes, good luck, because wow. But mind you, you probably don't ramble as much as I do. Thanks so much, guys.